Everyone, today we are going to see the leetcode question 563 binary tree tilt. So here we are given the root of a binary tree, return the sum of every tree node's tilt. The tilt of a tree node is the absolute difference between the sum of all left subtree node values and the right subtree node values. If a node does not have a left child, sum of left subtree values is treated as 0. So here we have to take a node, and if it has left and right child, then we have to take the left child value and right child value and find its absolute difference and replace the node root or the root value with that difference. And if any of the root node do not have left child, then we have to replace the root node value with the right child value, and if left child value is present and right side is not present, then we have to replace the root node value with the left child value. And the first case, if both of them are present, then we have to find the absolute difference and replace the root node with the difference value. So here we are going to find this tree's tilt tree. So here 3 do not have left child, 5 also do not have left and right child. If both of them are leaf nodes, so we have to replace them with 0. So here 4, then we have 2 left child is 3 and right child is 5, so we have to replace it will remain 2 as the absolute difference between them is 2. 3 have left child 0, right child 0, so we have to replace it with 0. Right child is 5, so we have to replace with it 0. And here 9, we have to replace it with as the left child is 0, so we have to replace the 9 with right child value, that is it will become 7, and the right child will become 7 will become 0. And finally the 4 will become, that is the sum of the whole left, that is 2 3 5 5 5 10 10 and 7 and 16, so value difference will be 6. This will be the tilt tree of this given binary tree. So first we can say that to find this, we have to find the sum of, for each root node we have to find the sum of left subtree, right subtree, and find the difference between them. So for each node, so we have to write, if left is null, right is null, then the value should be 0. We will take the help of the recursion, and for every left and right iteration or recursive call, we have to find for each root node the left value plus right value plus the root value we have to return for each recursive call. And it simultaneously, for each of the recursive call made by the root node, we have to find its left and right value difference and add up to a sum variable. We have to take a sum variable and initialize it with 0. And for each recursive call made by the root node, we have to find the difference between the left and the right subtree and add up to the sum variable, which would be incremented in each recursive calls. That is, for 4 you have the left tree, then we have to make the recursive call, and we would come at root 2, then it has left subtree, then we have to make another recursive call. So again we would come to node 3, and it do not have left and right child, so it will return the left 0 plus right 0 plus its own value, that is 3. And this would simultaneously return 5 plus 0 plus 0 5. And simultaneously we have to increment the sum variable, so sum is equal to left minus right for each of the recursive call, and this call would be made by the root node 2, so sum would get incremented by 5 minus 3, that is 2. And we have to make this sum global, so such that it would get incremented continuously. And for the recursive call made by the 4, it would receive, so for the recursive call made by the root node 4, it would return root node value 2 plus its left, that is 3, plus right, that is 5. So 2 would return 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 5 10. And this 9, for the recursive call made by 9, it would return 7 plus 9 16, and 7 would have returned 0 plus 0 plus 7 to 9. So it to 9 would get replaced with 7. So this would return 7, and finally 4 would return the value as 6. So while incrementing from 9 7 to 9, from incrementing from 7 to 9, the sum value would have been incremented with sum. So here sum would get incremented with 7, that is sum would be 7 plus 2, that is 9. 9 would be the sum. Then when 4 would make the recursive call, the left subtree would return 10, right subtree would return 6, and the difference must be 10 minus 6, that is, and 9 would return 16. So left is 10, right is 16, the difference is 6. So sum was 9 earlier, and now plus 6, final answer is 15, and 4 would return 15 as the answer. So let us see the code. So here is the code. If we have taken a global variable sum, and there we have taken initialized left and right, and for if root left is present we have made the recursive call for left, and if right is present we have made the recursive call for right, and we have added the left and right subtree difference to the sum variable, and finally we had returned the right plus left plus root value for each recursive call. And initially if root is not present, then we have returned directly 0 and made the recursive call, and finally returned the sum variable.